Crystal and I'm here with my co-host Kaylin.
Hi everyone! Today we're diving into something that could seriously upgrade how you feel about your job. It is called the dual growth mindset.
Don't worry, no buzzwords overload here. We're talking practical ways to feel less stuck and more excited at work.
And we're not alone in feeling stuck sometimes. A DDI survey cited by Man in 2007 found that 1/3 of the Britons say that they were bored at work most of the day. And in the UK's financial service sector, that number was even higher. Half of the employees reported being bored on their job.
Which brings us to Sarah, a marketing manager at a big tech company, smart, driven, and completely burnt out.
After a mindset workshop, she realized that she didn't just need to grow, she could shape her job too. A few small changes, and suddenly she was way more engaged.
That's the dual growth mindset in action. And today we'll break down the research behind it and how can we start applying it right away. So, the study we're talking about today is called Getting Unstuck, the effects of growth mindsets about self and on-job happiness at work. It's all about how growth mindsets impact happiness. Now, you probably already know about the idea of growth mindset. It means believing that you can improve and grow, no matter where you're starting from.
Yeah, it's like the saying, I cannot do this yet, but I will with practice. But here's the cool twist. This research isn't just about growing as a person, it is also about your job. They call it a job growth mindset. The idea is that you can also change and improve the tasks, responsibilities, and relationship in your job to make your work better for you.
Exactly. So the big idea here is that people who believe that both themselves and also the job are flexible and they can grow are much happier at work in the long run. The happiness lasts because they feel empowered to make changes in both areas.
That's right. And guess what? The study found that focusing on just one, like yourself or your job, didn't give the same lasting happiness. The real magic happens when you believe both can change and improve.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. The study found that people with a dual growth mindset were more likely to grab the work. That means they took initiative to reshape the task or relationship at work to better align with their strengths and goals.
Yeah, instead of waiting for a big promotion or like the big job king, they actively redesign parts of their current role, like taking new challenges, collaborating with different teammates, or suggesting improvement. And this job crafting is what helps sustain their happiness over time.
Alright, so let's get practical. If your job's been feeling a little bit flat lately, here's the move. Shift your mindset. Start by believing that you can grow and your job can grow with you.
Yes, you don't need to wait around for promotion or big change. Think about one skill that you want to build. Like maybe you're trying to get better at storytelling or leading a project.
Exactly. Take Sarah for example. Do you still remember her? After that mindset workshop, she didn't just sit on the idea, she took action. She noticed her team didn't have a good way to share the updates, so she pitched an internal newsletter. She got to write, design, and even interview teammates using skills she loved and building new ones.
And it wasn't some huge restructuring, just a smart tweak to her role that made her feel more engaged, more creative, and connected to her team.
And that's job crafting. And when you pair with the work on your personal growth too, that's the sweet part for long-lasting happiness at work.
So here's your challenge. This week, find one small way to stretch yourself and shape your job. Even a tiny step can spark something big.
So to help unpack how the dual growth mindset plays out in the real world workplace, we're joined by Professor Ari, an organizational psychologist with expertise in applied psychology. thank you so much for being here, Prof. Ari.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, that's my pleasure here.
Yeah, let's just jump right in. One of the concepts we've been discussing in our organizational behavior class is the difference between the intrinsic and also the extrinsic motivation. We've learned that intrinsic motivation is like more suitable than the extrinsic, but it is important to, but it's possible that in trying to reshape their job, employee might end up like relying too much on the external rewards, like the recognition and also like the promotion. So
Yeah.
to validate, like because they feel like it's more validating their growth, their like project. So what do you think that the dual growth mindset can shift back towards the extrinsic motivators?
Actually, while we fostering this dual growth mindset, we need to like this theory is about believing both yourself and your job can change. Actually, this dual growth mindset can lead to external rewards like promotions or recognition. And through the research, suggests that this mindset does not inherently shift focus away from intrinsic growth. Instead, it creates a balance where external rewards reinforce intrinsic goals if you manage it properly. Actually, the growth mindset itself doesn't cause a shift to extrinsic rewards, especially if an organization's put too much emphasis of external rewards like bonus or promotions. It actually will fails to recognize employee personal growth. Actually, employee may start to focus more on chasing those rewards instead of enjoying the process of learning and growing. So in other words, it does not the dual growth mindset itself that causes the shift, but rather how the organization structures its incentives and recognitions.
Okay, got it. Well, it's really helpful perspective, especially in like today's hustle and culture, like where it's easy to tie the growth with the rewards that the company give you.
So, like the expectancy theory emphasized like motivation driven by like clear and divine outcomes. However, like job crafting encourage like employees to adapt their roles to like more fluid and also subjective manner. Do you think like could this create a potential disconnect?
I thought that actually this expectancy theory and job crafting, it may seem conflicting, but a dual growth mindset might bridge this gap by enable this employee to align the self-directed change with organization's goal. For example, this expectancy theory relies on the clear metrics. Job crafting involves subjective adjustment. So, employee might craft the roles that don't have line with the predefined rewards, reducing motivations. So, dual growth mindset can be a bridge. So, employee with a dual growth mindset believe that both their skills and job design can change. So actually this allowed them to craft roles in a way that still meet structural outcomes.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's really give me like another perspective because I consider different about this one. Thank you so much, Professor.
Alright, so let's wrap up. So, if you're feeling stuck at work, remember this. You can change both yourself and your job. Start adopting the dual growth mindset and make changes that will improve your happiness at work.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Big thanks to Prof. Ari for sharing her expert advice. And don't forget, if you want to dive deeper into the research, check out the paper Getting Unstuck, the effects of growth mindsets about the self and job on happiness at work. It's a great read.
Thank you for listening. We hope you feel inspired to start making those changes in your life and your job. We'll see you next time with more fresh ideas. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.